The objective is simple. Keep them out. It's not just them, though, is it? It's a 41-game unbeaten team who are looking to make it 42. And if they win in the Bundesliga on Sunday, they will become champions. They currently sit 16 points away from Bayern Munich. It's a 16-point gap between them. That's a Bayern Munich side that drew at the Emirates on Tuesday. They're a very good football team. They're probably the best in the world on form, and Moyes and West Ham simply have to find a way to try and break them down or even stop them in this leg. Welcome back to West Ham Unofficial. I hope you are all well. It's a momentous occasion that needs no introduction. It's Bayer Leverkusen versus West Ham. It's the first leg of a huge Europa League quarter-final, and I brought out the big guns to discuss it. Gary, how are you, mate?
Nervous, Jake, nervous.
Yeah, me too. Mike, how are you, mate?
Yeah, mate, I don't think any of us are really expecting us to go out there and do big things. I can see it being a pretty dour game, but fingers crossed we don't get damaged too much.
Let's hope so. So apologies for last night. I couldn't help it. Me and Gary were sat here jollily having a chat for about half an hour, unable to go live. So that's why there was no preview last night. I did film a little one this morning. I've got one joke lined up that I'm going to just plant in very shortly. That's yours, prior warning. But before we get to the antics, let's do the serious stuff. Oh, is the lineup out? That is what I need to check, because we're in Europe. It could be released at any time, and it hasn't been released yet. I set myself up there, didn't I? Right. Let's do initial thoughts then, Gary. Up the bus most weeks, but today is going to be a different level. Today is going to be the biggest bus park you'll ever see. And do you know what? For once, I am here for it. Anything but would be cowardly today. We just need to keep them out at all costs.
Look, I mean, any team that goes 41 matches unbeaten in any league, in any division, is a tremendous achievement. So it's going to be very, very difficult. So that's the negatives. But on the positive side, you know, we hammered Freiburg 5-0 the week after they played Leverkusen, and it was only 3-2. So, you know, they're not unbeaten. Carrier bag, whatever they're called last round, Carabag, nearly knocked them out.
Yeah.
Very nearly knocked them out. So we've got to take some heart from the positives, but there are a tremendous side. So we could get a thorough testing tonight, which is going to be hard for us to repel because we haven't kept many clean sheets. But it's Europe, so let's. It's 11, as Moyes said yesterday. It's 11 against 11. Let's see how we get on.
Yeah, Moyes was quite noticeably asked yesterday in his press conference. You know, you beat Sevilla, you beat Lyon against the odds, and he simply replied by saying, "That's just down to my character. That's who I am." Do you think there's a bit of pressure alleviated tonight, Mike, because the expectation is all with the Germans?
Oh yeah, absolutely. I mean, yeah, we got to defend well, and we got to, we know they're at home. They're expected to win, full stop. Not just win, probably 2 or 3-0. I expect their fans are expecting that. But do you know what? I mean, I know it sounds like we're going to have to defend, and all our defenders are going to have to be on it. But do you know what our strength could be is our attack.
Holding the ball up, yeah.
Our attack, Antonio and obviously Kudus have got to play, haven't they? Full stop,
Yeah.
But I tell you what, a hell of a lot rests on them tonight.
Yeah, I agree.
To get us out, because we're going to be defending a lot. But those two and Paquetá are going to be needed more than ever to have a really good game. All of them. They'll all have to play 8 out of 10 for us to get a result.
One thing I've noticed in recent weeks is that Paqueta's lost the ball in some quite dangerous areas. He simply can't do that tonight. He cannot be wasteful with the ball. You raise a really valid point, Mike, that, we're going to do a lot of defending tonight. But when we do, on the odd occasion, get the ball to the likes of Kudus and Antonio, we can't just allow them to have the ball straight back and then it's one-way traffic. We've got to hold the ball up there. And there's no, we gave it a go tonight, and we need to hold the ball up. We need to give those defenders a bit of a break, because we can't defend for 90 minutes straight. It's just not going to happen. We need some respite up there, and that's where all the players have got to chip in tonight and be on the ball. Look, we are without Areola, we're without Bowen, we're without Edson Alvarez. That's 3 fundamental players in our setup missing tonight. I said earlier on that you've got to have a bit of luck at a 41 game unbeaten run, and they have. Look, in Quebec in the last round, they looked all but out. They've been in some games in the Bundesliga. They were 1-0 down in the 89th minute and won it 2-1. They just had that bit of luck and the rub of the green, which you inevitably need in a ridiculous run.
Absolutely.
We need to have that tonight. We need that bit of luck. We need things to go our way to stand a chance going back to the London Stadium next week. With a 1, potentially 2 goal deficit, we're still in the tie. Anything other is catastrophic, Gary.
Yeah, it's very, very important luck. I think we need to get a bit of luck. We also need to make sure we don't give the referee a dodgy decision to make. You know, some of the VARs we've been very unlucky, but also sometimes the defence gives the referee a decision to make, and we've got to make sure that that's avoided. The 1+, echoing Mike's point, they would not have played anyone like Mikel Antonio in Bundesliga. No way. I mean, we've got no idea what the guy's going to do, and we've watched them 300 times for West Ham, so they've got no idea at all from them. And every defender, you can see, what the hell is this guy doing? You know, he's going to rough them up, and he's vital tonight. If he has a good game, which, to be fair, since he's been back, I think he's been excellent. You know, we've got a chance. We are scoring goals. It's not that we're not scoring. So if we can get a good start and get a goal, that's going to really put the cat among the pigeons, I think.
Yeah, for sure. I was sat there thinking about this earlier. I think we'll score the first goal tonight. I don't know why. I just think early we're going to score a goal and make them go back a little bit. I'm not saying that we're going to go on and win the match on the night, but we will score tonight, I think. And yeah, we're lacking outlets up front. Bowen, the major one, and what we've discussed about the midfield. Thankfully, Phillips is unavailable, so that option isn't there to destroy everything. And listen, I've got nothing against the lads, but this is not the time or the place for Calvin Phillips. I don't think it's the time or the place for Ward-Prowse and Souček in a double pivot, but that's what we're going to have to do, unfortunately, because we're limited with our midfield options. He's got to pack the defensive midfield tonight, whatever he does. He can't leave us open in these areas. Paqueta's got to track back, and we've just got to be solid and sweep everything up. 2 of those players I'd expect, Mike, tonight. You've got Souček and Ward-Prowse doing what Alvarez does. You've got to sweep up in front of that back line and sort of form a wall. I mean, I know it's a stupid thing to say, but form a wall and try and protect them. The midfield is crucial tonight.
It is, but I don't know. I wouldn't be shocked, Jake, if we don't go with a slightly different midfield or play 3 at the back and the 2 wing backs.
I agree.
And I played Edson. Honestly, I played Edson and Johnson.
Yeah.
Because they both can get us up the pitch, but not to be too negative with it. Give them the chance to get forward a bit and then play 3 at the back. And then
I agree, Mike.
In midfield, then, what I mean? I'd still, you want those 2 in there because those 2 have got to play. Like you said, Jake, they're bound to be playing in there. But then I just want Paqueta in front of them as well. Give him a bit of a free roll to roam around in front of them.
For sure. I'd love to see the inclusion of Ben Johnson in there somehow, some way tonight. And look, some people will argue it's not the game to bring him in and all the rest of it, but he changed it on Saturday at Molineux. If he didn't come on, we don't win that football match. He changed it, and he's done that a few times this season. We need to reward the fella tonight. Perfect opportunity. Put him in. I don't know in what capacity, whether it's in midfield or whether it's out wide as a fullback or a wing back. I don't know, but we need his energy. We need his pace. With Alvarez's pace gone, with the mobility of Bowen lost in the forward areas, we need that energy and sense of relentlessness that Ben Johnson brings. And listen, Ben Johnson's not the best player in our squad, but he offers something different that we don't get elsewhere. I'd put Ben Johnson in tonight. I don't know about you lads, but we just need something a little bit different from what we're expecting to see. Gary, what do you think?
I'd be surprised if he doesn't start with the 11 that finished at Wolves, because the second half we were excellent from by all accounts. I didn't watch the game, but I've seen highlights. So that's what I personally would do. I agree with Mike. I'd go 5 at the back as we did the second half. And you were there, Jake. Second half we got complete dominance. So Emerson is a very, very skillful footballer. So I like him on the left. And he got Cresswell staying left of the back 3 like he did the second half. I think it's, that's what I'd personally be very surprised if he doesn't go with that formation and that. 11 that finished the game.
I think it would make sense, if I'm being totally honest. I agree. We looked a completely different outfit in that second half, and I was so pleasantly surprised to see Johnson and Antonio jogging out onto the turf at Molineux after half time was finished on Saturday. And yeah, I agree. Do you know what? I'd start that same 11 again. The only thing that I potentially would change is maybe I'd bring an extra centre half in over Creswell, potentially, maybe Ogbonna to give 3 centre halves, but then you lose what Creswell brings on that left hand side. Then you've got Emerson there to do that anyway. So maybe I'd loiter with Ogbonna as that as that third centre half. I don't know, depending on what Moyes wants to do in that sense. But yeah. We'll see. We'll see. I'm expecting the lineup in 4 minutes because they usually put it out an hour and 15 before in Europe, but it might be 7 o'clock. I don't know. Let's see who's joining us in the chat. Usual suspect. Thanks for joining us, Ryan. Even all, come on, you want us. Let's get the win. No fear. Well, there's plenty of fear with within the three of us. So tell you what, Mike. Do you know what we need to show tonight?
Plenty of bottle, mate. That is for sure.
I didn't even tell you. See, people are going to think we planned this before, and we absolutely didn't. I went before this show and got this bottle out of the fridge, and I was going to ask Mike that question, and he read my mind. Mike, scrap your job. You're a mind reader.
I wish, mate. I'd be a millionaire if I knew I was going to win the flipping 235 at Kempton tomorrow. But you know.
Absolutely. Yeah.
Michael says tonight we get the Moyes ball masterclass, 9 at the back, 1 up in attack. We've got David Moyes. I tell you what, and I'm going to back it to the hill tonight. It's exactly what we need to do. I don't think he will, but he would be incredibly naive to go with anything but let's sit back and defend here. And look, by all means, when we do get into those progressive areas, we've got to support the likes of Kudus and Antonio up there. Otherwise, it's going to be a long old evening for them. But it's also got to be done in moderation as well. We can't go mental when we get the ball and chuck everybody up because that's exactly what they want then, because they want us to come out. They have ripped teams open this season by them coming out and having a go at them. We need to frustrate them tonight and pick the right moment, pretty meticulously to them pounce, which we've done on occasions this season. We've got it right. We've also got it wrong. It's got to work tonight, Gary.
It has. It's a shame we're missing two of probably our best players this season. My personal votes for 1 and 2 and Hammer of the Year will be Bowen and Alvarez. It's a shame they're out. But that being said, Kudus is quality. I don't care what anyone says. He will be a top 5 player in the world at some point in his career. He's got everything, that guy. And same with Paqueta. I know what you said earlier, Jake. He does give the ball away, but also his vision and his passing is incredible. We've got those two in our team together. And we've got Mickey Antonio up front. So we have got options to score goals tonight, and that's what we should play on. We can give them something to worry about.
For sure. Larry, thanks for joining us. I hope you are well. Miss Hammerette's here as well. Hope you're keeping well. Let's scroll down some of these comments. Everybody's saying hello to each other. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Champions of Europe, we absolutely know what we are. Michael says, at least we won't see Phillips. He's injured. He's hammy in training. Do you think we will see him again in a claret and blue kit? I don't think so. I'd be surprised. Would I? Yeah, I don't know, actually. 50-50 probably is the answer to that. Would I want to see him in a West Ham shirt? Again, probably not. Will he? That's 2 different questions. Yeah, of course. So after this game tonight, so DT38 Awareness Day on Sunday against Fulham. So if you're about, I think Tracy's going to be on the pitch doing a little chat before the game. So watch out for that and all the other things that will be happening at the London Stadium on Sunday. Lone Star, big one today. Absolutely, mate. Absolutely. Andy, thanks for joining us. Fingers crossed for tonight. Thank you very much indeed. Just need to stay in the tie. Can't concede inside the first 20 minutes. Again, I'm going to tackle this game as I do with Man City every season. It's in stages. It's in 5 different stages. You get through the first 20 minutes. You get to half an hour. You then get to half time. You get to the 60-minute mark. You get to the 80-minute mark. And you get to the full-time whistle. That's how we've got to treat this tonight. They're a phenomenal football team. But we've just got to forget that. Show them the respect, because we have to. We're going to have to defend and just deal with this in stages and just try and take it one attack at a time, Mike, I think is probably what we're going to have to do.
Yeah, probably, but I don't think we should show them too much respect.
No.
Do you know what I mean? I think it might suit us because they're going to come on to us. And then we've still got Kudus and Antonio and Paqueta on the break. that can cause them problems. So as long as we're tight at the back and we have a game plan and we stick to it, we'll make chances. I think we've got like a puncher's chance.
Yeah.
We really have. It's going to be tough, and we're all going to have to dig in. But as long as they don't get too far away from us, I think we're all right. I think we'll be okay. Honestly, I've been impressed with the way we played at home in Europe.
Yeah, I agree.
I think there's not many teams left in this Europa League that want to come to London Stadium on a Thursday night now. They've seen what we can do. So let's just keep ourselves in this game. You're right.
100%.
We probably do need to break it down and make sure we don't, concede too many goals in a quick, 5, 10, 15, 20-minute period. Let's just, keep ourselves in this game. The pressure's on them. That's the thing. The pressure's all on them.
For sure. I think I know the answer to this question, but if I was to offer it to you now, would you take a 1-0 defeat, Gary?
Yes, immediately. Because I think, I was lucky enough to be at the Sevilla game 3 years ago, and that was loud. And you could tell the Sevilla players were having none of it. We had that game. And if we got one goal to make up, that atmosphere next Thursday will be unbelievable. And I think we can take it. Because I know people criticise the stadium, quite rightly sometimes, but when it's loud, my God, it's loud. Properly loud. So if we got something to fight for, we got a chance.
Absolutely.
And that's Mike's 100% correct. We've got to stay in the tie. If we get outplayed, have 0 shots on target, we'll get away with 1-0, I don't care. Just stay in the tie. Yeah. Stay in the tie. That's what we need to do.
It's the underpinned and underlined comment of this tonight. That's the objective, to stay in it. And that they might have an off night. They might be absolutely brilliant. I'm going to be totally honest. I haven't watched a minute of Bayer Leverkusen this season. I haven't watched any German football. So there's an element of the unknown to it. How good are they actually going to be? What does a 41-game unbeaten streak in the Bundesliga get you? We're going to see the quality of that tonight. Hopefully I'm not blown away. Hopefully we can have a go in moderation, as I said earlier. Look, the lineup isn't out yet, so we're going back to the good old-fashioned Premier League days of the lineup an hour before kickoff. So we're expecting it in 12 minutes' time. There's plenty of your comments. Oh, no, it's out now. There we go. And he is 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, my God. What's he done there? Well, that is interesting. 1, 2, 3. He's gone for a back 5 initially, straight off the bat. He has listened to us. It doesn't include Ben Johnson, but he has gone with a back 5. I'm going to bring the lineup up onto your screen now. Just literally contradicted myself. I haven't done this for ages. What am I got to do there? Technology, eh? Right. The lineup is coming up onto your screen now. Fabianski in goal, a back 5 of Sufal, Zuma, Mavropanos, Creswell, and Emerson. Ward-Prowse, Suchet, Paqueta in midfield. Kudus and Antonio leading the line. I expected Johnson to be there, but he's gone back with Sufal, who was substituted off at half-time at Monaco on Saturday. But he's gone with that back 5. I presume a midfield 3 of Ward-Prowse, Suchek, and Paqueta. And then whether you've got Kudus and Antonio as a narrow or a wide front 2, we will have to wait and see. But your initial reaction to that lineup, Mike?
Yeah, not shocked. It's probably what I predicted, isn't it? Near enough. Other than Johnson being in there. Yeah, it can be a 3-4-3. It can be a 3-5-2. Yeah, I'm not shocked by that at all. I think that's nearly what I'd have went for. Maybe would have slipped Johnson in there for a bit of pace and someone with some legs. But we still got him to come on, haven't we? Substitutes are another thing in this tie, Jake. Honestly, that could make a lot of difference.
And that substitutes bench is made up of Anang, Nightbridge, Agurd, Ogbonna, Ings, Johnson, Cornet, Mubama, Earthy, Orford, Casey. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 youngsters on that bench, and I haven't included Ben Johnson in that list. Attacking outlets, I suppose you could call Johnson an attacking outlet nowadays. Ings, well, Cornet. Basically, we've got Ings and Johnson.
Yeah.
Basically, realistically, for players that are going to come on, we've got Ings and Johnson there.
Yeah, you've got 2 defenders. He'll bring he trusted the defenders. He'll bring those 2 on. Ings he'll bring on. Johnson he'll bring on. Cornet he doesn't trust. No. I don't think he rates Mubama, whatever he says. And then the other 3 are just kids. So
yeah.
To be fair, Earthy's been playing really well for the for the under-21s, and you know, you could
Different
try
level,
and
Michael.
give it 5 or 10 minutes at the end. You know, it'd be interesting, but
It will, but different level. This, isn't it? This is.
I mean, this is
100%.
total.
This highlights.
I totally agree. This is total different level, but
This highlights the lack of depth in our squad. It really does. It's unbelievable.
Just
Well,
imagine, just to paint a picture here. Just imagine if we'd have kept hold of Ben Rama and Fornal. If that bench just
And Kara.
looks stronger, and Kara, absolutely,
Kara,
and Kara.
well, yeah.
Yeah. Gary, your thoughts on that? Anything to add from what Mike said?
No, I was actually saying, Mike. The second half was so strong at Wolves. Is no surprise. He stuck with that formation. I said you guys were there and said Ben Johnson was the best player on the park. I saw the highlights and he looked good. So it's a surprise he's not starting. Maybe he's carrying an injury, but interesting. Have you got their lineup by any chance, Jake?
I will get it up for you right now. One thing that I'm very good at is multitasking. So I'm going to talk and type at the same time to get up the Bayer Leverkusen lineup. I can't, unfortunately, read comments whilst I'm getting the Bayer Leverkusen lineup. So
That's not a problem.
Right, here we go. The lineup is there and it should be up on your screen when I click the button here. Right. Oh, God, you've made me read all these names now. Kovar in goal, I presume. Stanisic, Jonathan Tarr, recognise that name. Verts, Tarposa,
He's really good, yeah.
Patrick Schick, that's a transfer rumour from a few years ago.
Yeah,
Grimaldo, I was going to say Audi then. Adley, Palacios, Frimpong, and a familiar name from the neighbours down the road, Granit Xhaka. I'm not going to read the bench because there's some really big names on there. So that is a line. Look, I recognise Tar, Schick, Grimaldo, Frimpong, and Xhaka from their lineup there. I've got no idea whether that's full strength or whether they've made some changes, but I mean, there's some decent players there that we can all look at and pick out. Patrick Schick, a player that we were linked with for season, transfer window upon transfer window, it seemed a couple of years ago. He's ended up at Bayer Leverkusen and it's been instrumental to them scoring the goals that they have to get themselves into this position. I presume that's strong. Lads, any comment on that?
Well, I know the Florian Wirtz is an attacking midfielder and transfer market value about 110 million euros.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh.
So that guy is obviously a very good player. We know the centre forward scores goals, big lad, shit. So we need to make sure we keep an eye on him. Granit Xhaka, we know all about. Frimpong, I'm sure Frimpong rings a bell. I'm sure he was somewhere.
Yeah, he does.
He's been playing really well for them. They've been saying he's been one of their best players, Frimpong.
Yeah.
Okay.
And don't forget Aldi, number 21 as well. Adley. Do you know what? I really had to refrain from saying Audi. I thought it said Audi. Right, take that off and let's fire through some of your comments. Ellis says, I must say I must be mad or lost the plot, but I fancy us tonight. I really do. 2-1 or 1-0. But to be honest, I don't see us losing. They have to have a bad game sooner rather than later. That's very true. Very true. We will need Kudus because some of the Leverkusen players haven't got any pace. That's what he's got to try and exploit, and he's got to be on the ball tonight for sure. Parking the bus would be wrong in my opinion, says usual suspect. I can't see any other outcome, if I'm totally honest, mate. I can't see Moyes trying anything else. Johnson defends better, attacks better, just don't have the crossing or throwing ability of Soufal. Yeah. Soufal or Johnson, what would you two have opted for?
Based on Saturday, yeah, Johnson, but Moyes sees him in training, so
yeah.
Soufal hasn't had too many bad games this season, to be fair to him.
A difficult one, a real difficult one. Mike?
Thing is with Soufal, he's tried, he's tested, he can rely on him. Yeah, the comment was right. His crossing is better than Johnson. There's no doubt about that. I just wanted Johnson in there for the legs, But that's, still an option. You could bring him on in midfield, couldn't you, for one of those two later on in the game? Because they're obviously going to be doing a lot of running. Those two are going to be up against it because they're going to have a lot of the ball and they're going to be doing a lot of closing down in there. So he probably thinking I'll keep him up his sleeve. But
another thing,
you can rely on Soufal, can't you? We know what you're going to get from him.
The other thing about this lineup, boys, is that I think Alonso will be surprised. He wouldn't have prepared for a 5-3-2. He probably prepared for our usual formation.
Yeah,
so
I agree.
That could be playing our favour. You never know.
Absolutely. You know, Moyes has done something that he doesn't usually do, and that may throw a curveball to Alonso. Another thing to note, Paqueta and Emerson are both 1 yellow card away from a 1-match suspension. So if either of those pick up a booking tonight, they will miss the second leg. Again, we need to refrain. They need to know that. No silly challenges, no silly yellow cards for either of those two tonight, because once again, we know the importance of both Emerson and Lucas Paqueta to our side. We're missing Alvarez as a result of this yellow card ban. We can't afford to miss either of those next week, hoping that we're still in the tie. Coming Irons from Brawl Records, very nervous for this one, aren't we all, Jay? When we part the bus, teams always break through for a couple of goals. They do, but I can't see any other solution outcome tonight. That's what we're going to do. That's the way Moyes has set us up. The only thing I'd have changed from that lineup is another centre half in replacement of Creswell to really double down and consolidate defensively. But apart from that, it's what I expected, an ultra defensive lineup to set up, to defend and go home next week. Patience, keep the shape, don't concede in the first 20 minutes, grow into the game, keep it tight, stay in the tie. That is the objective in a nutshell right there. No mistakes, we win the tie, nothing silly tonight. Don't lose the ball. Again, Kudus, Paqueta, they're brilliant players, but you can't lose the ball in silly areas tonight. You've got to protect it. Well, when we've got it, we've got to protect it at the end of the day. And yeah, just need to be switched on, because they're going to come at us, not going to give us any time to breathe on the ball. There won't be any of this sort of pass it around the back and back to the keeper and then roll it along. We've got to be direct with this tonight, because they're going to press us to the hilt and really try and put us under pressure. German atmosphere, as we saw over in Freiburg, is intimidating. We've got to acknowledge and understand that as well, and mentally be ready for this. I think it's quite crucial as well. Mentally be ready for the battle that we're going to be facing here. We need to be ready for this, Gary.
Yeah, we certainly do. And that's the point, Jake. You said it quite rightly earlier. Break the game down into sections, concentrate. I mean, if you watch Arsenal in midweek, their goals, their two centre-backs have been magnificent all season, and they went to pieces a couple of times. And it's just concentration at this level. It's going to be so hard to do for 90 minutes in that crowd, but we need to concentrate, and just get to the end, as we said earlier, for the 55th time in a row, stay in the tie. We just got to stay in the tie. If you don't want to go down after 2 minutes, just stay concentrated and just stay in the tie. Yeah, but really put every minute of the game.
Yeah, that's what most people are putting in the chat, Mike. You know, no mistakes tonight. Strong first leg, even better second. Come on, you Irons. That seems to be what people are reiterating. No mistakes, nothing silly tonight.
Yeah, definitely, mate. Yeah, we can't give anything silly away. Some of you, none of us have thought about it. That could still be a back four.
You reckon?
With Emerson on the left.
Very true. Very true. That's exactly what he did on Saturday against what are they called, Wolves. He played a sort of free role on that left-hand side. He was further up. He could be playing a little bit further up. So what you're saying, maybe Emerson on the left, Kudus on the right, Antonio down the middle? Yeah. Potential. There's potential in that. Maybe.
He could still do that. He could still do that with that 11 players. He could shuffle it around, even in the game, you know, to move it around a bit. But yeah, I was just thinking, you know, maybe, you know, probably won't. He'll go forward, but you know, he's obviously going to sit in front of Creswell and he give him protection.
Yeah.
So,
he'll need it. So maybe that's the case, or maybe in transition we'll go back to a back five, and then when we get out a little bit more, if we do, we'll then go to a back four. Maybe Emerson will have to switch on and understand in situations where he's got to become a second left back and double up on that side potential.
But he was one of our best attacking options against Wolves.
I like him. I like him.
Yeah. And sometimes I think he just needs a little bit more lead. And the only way you can do that is by playing him in as a wing back, come left side.
And let's not forget, Mike, Emerson has won the Champions League and he's won the Europa League.
Yeah,
exactly. He's got experience at this level. Yeah, he's got that mentality. So
absolutely. We've got over 70 people watching live. Smash that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel. We are an hour exactly away from kickoff at the Bayer Leverkusen Arena, whatever it's called, Bayer Arena, over in Germany. This feels massive. Do you know what? I feel like I've got more nerves I feel like my nerves are on a sort of par to what they were in the build up to the final. Actually, this feels massive. This feels important, and I'm not saying our season. Now listen. We said last season in the Conference League when we were sat 15th in the league, our season depends on tonight. Our season doesn't depend on tonight because we've still got plenty to fight for in terms of European position and qualification in the league. But of course, we've seen all the videos and pictures of all the fans over in Leverkusen having a jolly old time. The incentive of winning over 2 legs is, what is it, Milan or Rome or something, for goodness sake.
Yeah.
Could you imagine that?
Brilliant.
Could you imagine that?
2 years ago, we knocked out Sevilla in the Sevilla Cup. They won this cup every year since 1476 or whatever. And so we are got history and we got European experience. So we shouldn't be frightened.
Absolutely. To be fair, I'm just thinking about getting Mike to Milan and getting him absolutely hammered.
Oh, yeah.
He's ready for it. See what Mike's got form in European semi-finals abroad. He's got form.
And if we get the Dublin, we're all going. If we get the Dublin, we're hiring a massive minibus and all going.
Minibus, we are hiring a massive minibus. Mike's driving, and that's it. I'll tell you what, Mike. We'll all just get in the back of your van, Mike. All right, we'll just do that.
Yeah, that'll do. Yeah, we all get down there.
Right, let's take some of your comments. Loads of comments to get through. Sitting back for 90 minutes will invite even more pressure. I'm not saying go out all attack, but a good balance is best in my opinion.
I agree,
I agree. Yeah, for sure. More chance of seeing Trump ice skating than a Phillips return. Right, you're checking all your predictions, then we'll come back to those a little bit later on. Leverkusen will go for it tonight without a doubt. Why wouldn't they?
Yeah.
They'll stick to their laurels of what's got them a 41-game unbeaten run this season, for goodness sake. They're a good side. We've got to acknowledge that. But we've also got to play our own game as well. Troy says, just hope the ref is as good as the Arsenal versus Bayern game. It was very good. Yeah, very good. Yeah.
I think one person that we are going to miss tonight is actually Areola. I'd have played him tonight because he's the best shot stopper we've got. I think he'd have kept out the Newcastle goal myself, especially the last one, because he's got that height advantage on Fabianski, that curler from Barnes. I'm sure Areola got his fingertip to it. And I'm convinced he's the best shot stopper in the league. So let's hope Fabianski has a good game, which I'm sure he will.
Hope so. So Freiburg scored 2 against them. Again, that's another positive we've got to try and take into this. Freiburg were not a good football team and they scored 2 against them. They have had off days, but they've got through their off days, had that bit of luck and won or drew those games. We've got to capitalise and we've got to take our chances tonight. In recent weeks, we haven't killed the game off when we've had the opportunity to. I'm not saying kill this game off in the first leg here, but we need, if we're on top, we need to capitalise tonight, Mike.
Definitely. I mean, if we get a chance, we got to take that tonight. And if we get a good chance, we just got to bury it. We got to make sure we bury it.
I can see it dropping around Antonio now.
Don't even start. Right, hang on. I'm just going to take a sip from this gigantic bottle because I couldn't bother to because I couldn't bother to get a glass out and put it in. Frimpong versus Crest is not something I want to see. That's where I think Emerson will sit and he will sit deep to support. Need to be careful. They will attack through Soufal. They will try to. You will see Emerson move more up the pitch like what we saw on Saturday when Creswell came on. Let's do this. Great to see so many young players, but a bit worrying for Europe. Hope we see Mubama, but can't see it. Not for me. Hopefully Kudus will shine tonight. The 41 games, the magic 41. Let's hope it doesn't become 42 tonight.
Can you imagine if we're the team that stop them? If we're the team that beat them, can you imagine? That'd be so fantastic.
I don't know what I'd do, to be totally honest. Leverkusen, 41 games, 36 victories, 5 draws, and 0 defeats. Undeniably.
36 victories, wow.
It's just amazing, isn't it? I mean,
wow.
The bookies must have us at massive odds, for sure. Good luck, thank you very much indeed. Judgment Day is the second leg for having such a poor squad, etc. I am. Here we go. I'm more nervous than Jake at a match buying pints for the boys. Now listen,
Lawrence, that never happens.
Listen, I'm going to reiterate again. I was stood in the rain.
Lawrence, you go to the bar with Jake and you say, Jake says, "I'll get them in." So you order them up, turn around. Can't see anywhere. Where's he gone? He's vanished.
That is absolute rubbish. That is absolute rubbish.
And he says, "Oh, sorry, I had to go to the toilet."
That is absolute rubbish. I tell you what, no, I stood outside at Tottenham in the rain, waiting for these two Herberts to turn up, right? Nowhere to be seen.
Why do you walk past me and might walk past 3 missing posters then with your leg?
Yeah. Missing. This man. Anyone seen this man?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
You can call me tight. Listen. You can call me tight all you like, but you'd have noticed that I bought a new ring light because I've been having to use my phone on air because my other ring light packed up. That cost a lot of money. I've been to Clark's Village this week. I've spent a fortune. I'm going into hibernation, right?
Jake. You know it came with a maxi pack of Pepsi Max you bought. That's why you got them.
And I reckon he just stuck a couple of candles in there, really.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, I can't win, can I? I can't win. Support for the Geordie tonight. Thanks for joining us. I hope you are well. Recent game show he won't bring on Cornell Rings either ahead of Johnson. When we are the underdogs, we play so much better in these crunch matches. Very true. Lawrence agrees with you, Mike. I don't know why. I'm thinking the same thing. Emerson up front on the left. Give Emerson a license to push on again. It would be decent. It worked great versus Wolves. 50 likes and we win this. I don't expect we're anywhere near that. Let's have a look at the like. Come on, we've got more than 50 watching. So really, we should be nearing 50 likes. How many are we up to? 28. Come on, that's pathetic. Hit that like button if you haven't already. Subscribe to the channel and all that. I hate when we play 5 at the back though. It genuinely typically doesn't work, but in a game and an occasion like tonight, I could see that. But then I think we'll fluctuate between the two. Emerson pushing forward and then coming back to create that back 5. It's Liam's son's birthday today. Let's get the win. Hopefully, let's get it for him, mate. That'd be brilliant. Unfortunate, realistic prediction: 2-0 by Leverkusen.
I think if you look back over Moyes' time at West Ham, Jake, I think that probably 75-80% of the time, when he needs a result, he gets one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? The biggest games, when he's under pressure, like last season at Fulham under massive pressure, gets a result. He won the Conference League when really he was on hiding to nothing because everyone said, "Oh, you should win. You're the best team." He did win it. He doesn't very often make. We don't very often get thrashed. Liverpool was one big mistake this season, I think, of the League Cup. Other than that, he normally gets it right. Especially over 2 legs. He's a wily old guy, Moyes. He's done 1,500 matches and that. He's got experience.
Yes. For sure. Look, they're all laughing at me. Look, because of you. Like, here we go. Hilarious. What's this here? Jake always needs ID to buy the round, so he never can. Well, to be fair, I haven't even got to the bar because they don't turn up for me even to have the opportunity to get to the bar. To be honest with you, so yeah. Any comment?
See you Tuesday night.
Yeah.
I will see you Tuesday night, but the issue is, Mike, is you pretty much own that gaff. So if you've got to pay for anything, then I'm gonna have a word with Terry to start with.
No, mate. I've got to pay my way, same as anyone else.
Have you?
Same as any other punter. Unless you want my president's badges.
Well, yeah, exactly. I'm gonna nick that president's badge one day. I'm gonna find out where you lot keep him, and I'm gonna get one myself.
Jake, he's live on camera. He can't say anything else other than he pays his way.
Exactly. He's towing the company line. That's what he's doing. Right, I'll see you Tuesday night then. Well, Paul's coming as well. Christ, I think Mum's coming Tuesday night. I think Mum said she was coming. I'm like, what's going on here? All of a sudden, one person says that Jake's buying. Well, to be fair, I've had the bar shut on Tuesday night, Mike. I've just had the exclusive through.
I've made sure we're getting some extra in, mate. Don't worry.
Oh, really? I'll just have to buy you a coffee, because you'll be driving back, and I'll just have to buy you a coffee.
Oh, no, I could walk down. On Tuesday night.
Oh, yeah, but I don't want you getting too tired. I don't want your legs getting too tired, So you need
Thursday, I know, yeah.
Right, let's stop this, shall we? Let's go on to predictions. Now I'm going to go first because I want to. And I'm going to... I tell you what, I haven't even thought about it. I've got no idea. Let's do a head and a heart prediction, shall we?
Yeah, that's what I was going to do, head and a heart, exactly, yeah.
Yeah. Head says 1-0 Leverkusen. Heart says 1-0 West Ham. No, sorry. Head says 1-3-0 Leverkusen. Heart says 1-0 West Ham.
Yeah, if you gave me 20 quid to go down the bookies, my head would say Leverkusen, probably 2-1 or something. But if he restricted to 1 goal, and I should never say this, but I would be happy gives us a chance in the second leg. My heart says 1-1.
Yeah, I was going to say the same. I'd say head says 2-0 to them. Heart says if we stay in the game and we only lose 2-1 or we draw 1-1, I'll take it now. Honestly, I'll take that now. Because I think we got a good chance at home. I really do.
I agree.
Especially at home, if we have to beat, we're going to have to beat them full stop at home. But if we really need to just go out and play on that Thursday night, like Gary said, the atmosphere has been great. Some of the night games. I mean, the atmosphere of the Tottenham game was great. I thought
it was quite decent. Yeah.
We can get up for these games. The fans can get up for it, and we could make it. We could be the 12th man and help them over the line.
Absolutely right. Predictions: 2-1 Leverkusen, 1-1, couple of 1-1s coming in. Yeah, loads of 1-1s actually. For me, they ain't seen nothing like the mighty Hammers in Germany. Where can we do the unthinkable? Can we do the undeniable and defeat Leverkusen for the first time this season? We will have to wait and see. Thank you very much indeed for watching this match build-up show. If you've enjoyed it, drop a like on the video and subscribe to West Ham Unofficial if you're new. Pleasure as always. All of you in the chat, thanks for joining us. And hang on 2 seconds. And Gary and Mike, thank you very much indeed. Gary, let's have your final thoughts.
Come on, you guys. Let's just leave it. Don't leave anything on the pitch. Put 100% in and concentrate, and I'm sure we can get a result.
Let's hope so. Mike, finish things off.
Well, we've said it 100 times, I know, but let's just stay in this tie tonight. Stay in this tie.
Stay in this tie.
We're going to be up for it next Thursday.
Otherwise, me and Mike wasted a lot of money for this.
Exactly.
And I quite happily would say that I'm going to sit on the sofa and watch it whilst it's probably raining out there and it's not very nice. And, we're 4-0 down on aggregate.
Ticket sport, mate. I'm going regardless. If you lose 12
I'm going, mate. Whatever. We'll be there.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Thank you very much, lads. Pleasure as always. Mike, I suppose I'll see you Tuesday night. Oh, dear.
Yeah.
No, Saturday. Saturday probably. Saturday am I going to have to get my wallet out again on Saturday, am I? Saturday and Tuesday.
Get that piggy bank, break it open, get your hammer out.
It doesn't exist.
But the terms and conditions are you either have it on Saturday or Tuesday. You can't have both.
Is it? Oh,
Mike, you've got
we'll start on Saturday and see how we get on.
Okay.
If I get a pint, Gary, I'll send a picture of it to you, mate.
Make sure you do, mate. Make sure you do. Because I've heard there's certain security levels in life. You've got normal security, you've got Fort Knox, and you've got Jake's Wallet.
Honestly, where's Nigel? Where is to be fair, I know where Nigel is. He's in Leverkusen, but oh dear. Yeah, very true. Yeah, I worked today all day, and I'm working tomorrow, so I'm gonna have a little bit of coin.
And how much of that do you give your mum and dad?
Get some hours in.
Yeah, I've got the hours in. I'll get paid from YouTube in 2 weeks' time as well, so maybe my bank account might survive this rampage of pints and coffees, and probably you want pasties and donuts you'll want as well, Mike, won't you?
No, that's right. I'm on a diet.
Oh dear. Thank you very much, everybody in the chat. Pleasure as always from us. Come on, you irons. The simple and most important underlining statement is stay in the tie. We'll see you soon. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
See you later, guys.